We didn't come to you last week because we had a power outage here at my home. Service was out for a very good amount of hours. But also I was under the weather too. So it kind of like two things. So I won't be smoking a cigar today because I'm drinking my whiskey and my lemons to get rid of what I had going on. I'm not contagious, don't worry. I cleared it up for the most part. But I'm going to be indulging. So I will start with the drink. The drink of the day, Juneteenth drink, ARE Balogun drink, is Crimson Reserve VSOP vanilla flavor. And I added lemons to vanilla. Lemons really don't go well with vanilla, but in this case it does. And we're going to make it do what it do. Chairman, of course, we mentioned to you in the broadcast that we have our cigars. So the cigar of the day is what? What is the cigar of the day?
This here, this is a Padron, Padron, Padron 1964 anniversary edition. Is one of the top cigars in the world, really. It's a classic cigar, like I say, Padron 1964. Oh, I'm talking too low? Let me do something.
You gotta talk loud like me.
Yeah, I know I talk low until I get to yelling at people. But this here is a Padron 1964 anniversary edition. Yeah, this here, it's a Nicaraguan based cigar. It's one of the top cigars in the world. It comes from a good young businessman named Tony, who owns El Jefe Cigar Lounge, where they do music, they do poetry, they do a lot of things at El Jefe in East Dallas. Stop by and check it out. LELHAFFE, El Jefe. He got a lot of these nice top cigars, so that's where this come from. It's an awesome cigar. I'm gonna be smoking something else, but this is one of the top.
And so that's again, shout out to El Jefe. So speaking of El Jefe, we're gonna start off with our introduction to our special guest. Can you come stand up right here? She's our beautiful Juneteenth model. We have a Juneteenth model here. This is my best friend. Her name is Sarah Grace Riggins. And as you can see, she has on her lovely, lovely shirt, actively black, and show them your gorgeous earrings. So her earrings is the what was it? The Alabama Broad chair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Alabama Broad chair memorabilia celebrating it represents resilience. It represents collective unity. And
good old
it's
honky
self-defense.
beat down.
No.
Get up, beat down. So wait, come back. So Sarah's gonna open up for us. Now, one thing about Sarah, she is the reason why she's my best friend. I always give this little speech when I introduce her, is because she's always so open to jumping out there without knowing what's going on. So this is one of those instances where she has no idea what's going on today, but she's just always so supportive and so forth. So I have a poem for her to read. So I'm going to pull up the poem.
She doesn't even know if I know how to read.
I'm going to pull up the poem. She can read. Trust me, she can read. She's not just all good looks, okay? She's not all good looks. I mean, she got a lot of good looks, but it's just not enough to be my best friend. Maybe for some of you guys out there, but not enough to be my best friend, okay? So this is one of my favorite poems.
Oh, okay.
Read it loud, okay? Okay.
You want me to go ahead?
Yeah, read it loud.
If we must die, let it not be like hogs, hunted and penned in an inglorious spot, while round us bark the mad and hungry dogs, make their mock at our accursed lot. If we must die, oh, let us nobly die, so that our precious blood may not be shed in vain. Then even the monsters we defy shall be constrained to honor us through dead. O kinsmen, we must meet the common foe. Though far outnumbered, let us show us brave, and for their 1,000 blows deal one death blow. What though before us lies the open grave? Like men we'll face the murderous, cowardly pack, pressed to the wall, dying, but fight back.
So that was Claude McKay, If We Must Die. So basically, what that poem exudes is that, shit, if we got to deal with this shit, let's just deal with this shit all the way, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Right.
you know, sometimes you just got to fight. And for our people in our history, our culture, fighting has been a requirement.
Right.
It has been a requirement. So, you know, when your back is up against the wall, you know, it's either, you know, what is it? Flight, flee or flight.
Yeah, fight or flight.
Fight or flight. Yeah, fight or flight.
Yeah.
But if you got to fight, you know, take a couple people out with you. Take a couple of your enemies out. So, salute to Claude McKay for If We Must Die. So, thank you so much, Sarah.
You're welcome.
Do you have any thoughts on that poem?
One of the
Come over here.
things that I posted today for Juneteenth was the picture of they chose the sea. So that is all about active rebellion and how they'd rather die in the sea than live in chains.
Mm-hmm.
So that poem is just another reflection of that exact same sentiment. I would like us to live and take over because we are the blueprint.
Right.
We are the ones that are able to do it. The only thing that stops us is the fact that we are born with such joy and compassion that we can't treat them the way that they treat us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right.
And
Wow.
that is our weakest, but it's our greatest strength.
Mm.
We have to figure out how to bring that humanity to people who don't have it.
Mm.
That's me.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's good.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So,
See, I'm not just a pretty face.
yeah, she's not just a pretty face. So, with Sarah said, you know, it is a task, a great task ahead of us. It's always been a task. It's gonna always be a task. You know, what our ancestors have been through, and to bring us where we are today. You know, the task isn't complete. You know, we understand and recognize what capitalism is. We understand, you know, how systematic oppression functions. We understand a lot of things. It's our responsibility to be creative, you know, to be productive citizens that make contributions to the world and changing it and put it in order. That's everybody's responsibility. Will everybody that's responsible do it? No. Some people are even okay with the reality that is in front of us.
Yeah.
So we got our author here as a guest, and he said that I need to open this up and make it public. So let me learn, how do I do that? Viewer, let's see. Dang, how do I do this?
You did last
Hey,
time.
I did it on my phone.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay.
Dang, let's see, how do I do this? Shit.
Well, she had the same. Let's see.
Hold on, Yafeuh. I'm
There's one that
on
says viewer. Is it the viewer?
allow viewers to message you. He said I need to make it public.
So you can share.
Damn it, how do I do it? Y'all gotta help me now. Stream, do I hit
Go to
stream?
viewer first. Let's see if it's
Stream settings. Let's see. Stream settings. Distribution. Oh, let's see. Interactivity maybe. Oh, that's polls, questions. Settings. Let me see if I can do it on my phone. Yafeuh, hold on. Hold on, Yafeuh. Let me see if I can do it on my phone. So talk to them, Chairman, while I'm trying to figure this out on my phone.
Anyway, I'm going to say we had a good show last week with the, kind of the beginning stage of the book, laying the foundation. It's a lot of stuff about, Yafeuh's early life in the discussion, how, growing up, what kind of atmosphere he was in, environment, school, Adele Turner, which for a Dallas public school, Adele Turner was pretty progressive, to say the least. They had teachers there who actually gave a damn, obviously, and whether it was or wasn't part of the curriculum, they saw fit to add historical significant, records for the students to read and watch on VHS. Of course, it was VHS back then. That's how old we are. So, for the students to watch as early as first, second grade. You know what I'm saying? And these days, first and second graders don't hear a lot of this history unless they go to specific institutions and schools. So he covered a lot of that. It was interesting. You know what I'm saying? He talked about some fights. He got beat up a few times. He talked about some interesting people. He talked about Carlton Perry, Kool-Aid. Everybody know him as Kool-Aid. And I didn't know he had that truck for that long. It was a truck he mentioned.
Talking about
the little blue truck. He had
the
that
blues truck, the truck with the blues. Mr. Blues.
Yeah. He had that truck for longer than I thought. He took good care of it. That's how he had kind of like an old spirit. Because when I first met him, he had the truck, and even years after that. So he kept that truck up, man. A lot of youngsters, they get a vehicle and they tear them up and they don't keep up the maintenance. But he took care of that, man. You would have thought he just bought it, the way he took care of it, But yeah, man, R.I.P. to Kool-Aid. He passed away some years back as a young man. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? He was a cool dude, man. He was a mix between youthful and like old school. You know what I'm saying? That's how his aura was. You know what I'm saying? So, But yeah, man, it was fun. It's fun to listen to all them old stories, especially when you know the people. Even if you don't know, like Keela don't know any of the people that's in the book thus far, but
I know some of the people from the ones that we're about to review.
Nah, no, I'm just saying.
Not
but you
from
still
last
find
week.
But you still find those stories pretty interesting, and
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You could kind of catch a visual of what's happening as the story part is talking. Is getting read. But yeah, But she know a few people that's in this upcoming.
Dang. God, I feel like I'm almost close, man. Yafeuh, I'm so sorry. Okay, it says that I can share this to a second device so that I can manage the stream. Okay,
Yeah, I was about to say, click on this. See what this said. Oh, it said,
edit post details. Add to your post, friends. Is that where I make it?
oh, click on that. Can you click on that? Oh, okay.
Oh man, I don't even know how to do this.
You probably know how to do it.
Damn. Dang, Yafeuh, I'm sorry. Click on the link below to view what your viewers see. Manage on a second device.
Did you go to viewer?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, it didn't say anything.
Oh.
It's a Facebook Live?
Yes, Facebook Live. Yafeuh, I'm sorry. I don't want to hold up.
It's you get it.
I did promise I was gonna do better
Mm-hmm.
this time around,
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
I apologize, Yafeuh, but if you could comment some stuff in the link, I know you shared it out. I appreciate you for sharing it live. We're gonna talk about you today, as we did not last week, but the week before that. So we're covering chapters 3, 4, and 5. So in chapter 3, pretty much, we'll cover that very briefly. Yafeuh, he explores and gives us insight to what his life was like when he was in what they call Pop Warner football. I don't know. They do have it in other places throughout the nation. I don't know if they call it Pop Warner throughout in other communities. They do? Okay.
Yeah, he old. They don't call it that no more.
I never knew why they call it Pop Warner. Pop Warner.
Cause that's one. He wanna like the legends in football.
Oh, that's a person.
Yeah.
Oh, so Pop is the name of like Pop, like hey Pop.
Yeah, Pop Warner. Yeah,
Oh
he's
shit.
an actual
Okay.
person.
I
Yeah.
never knew that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Pop Warner football. So
In New York?
They
Pop-
just say they play football.
okay, I didn't know that was an actual.
Dude, right now? Oh.
I didn't know that was an actual person's name.
Mm-hmm.
And with that being the case, that makes it even more interesting. So it's built off like a legacy of a person.
Mm-hmm.
So Yafeuh talks about being in Pop Warner football, and the team that he was on was called the Oak Cliff Redskins. And being in on the football team, he talked about playing with some of his friends that he already had relationships with in his neighborhood and community. Some that he had mentioned earlier on in the first and second chapters of the book. I think one of them was Dominique, and I think it was Kevin.
Mm-hmm.
But on this team, they were coached by Coach Lane.
Oh yeah, you're a legendary coach. Yeah.
And yes, so Yafeuh said that, you know, being a part of this team, he learned certain values like teamwork, commitment,
Yeah.
persevering, pushing through, and what the feeling was like to be victorious
Yeah.
when you are part of a team and you're trying to achieve something like a goal,
Mm-hmm.
and then you actually conquer it. So as a child, he was able to see, I mean, I'm pretty sure as an adult it became much clearer of that process and what it meant to him, where he could make an analysis of it. But he at that time was able to take that feeling, and it meant something to him as a child. But what he also learned later on in life And we want to give a shout out to who you think? Did you read the book?
Yeah.
I put them on the spot, y'all. We want to give a shout out to Akintunde Funzo.
Oh, okay.
Now, don't he go by another name too? Oh, that's the only name he go by? Okay, so I'll let Cherry tell y'all a little bit about Akintunde.
Oh,
but shout out to Akintunde Funzo. He's been in the community of Dallas as an organizer many, many years. We consider him an OG.
Yeah.
An OG.
Yeah.
But he's the one later on in life that, you know, talking to Yafeuh, let Yafeuh know that Coach Lane was a what?
Organizer.
What was he?
An organizer.
What kind of organizer?
With the Panthers.
Yeah, what Panthers?
The Black Panther Party.
The Black Panthers of what city?
Dallas.
Of what part of Dallas?
All over Dallas.
Oak Cliff. Oak Cliff had a Black Panther party.
It's Dallas. Oak Cliff is in Dallas.
Oak Cliff Black Panthers. So
Yeah,
that's just a testament of the
yeah
culture and history of the Black Panthers. They were everywhere, all over the nation. And y'all know Oak Cliff, you know, that's a hood to many people. That may be my friends on here. I grew up in Oak Cliff, South Dallas, Oak Cliff. Oak Cliff was literally like a city.
Yeah, it is within the city. Yeah, it is within the city.
Yeah, it's a city.
It's the biggest neighborhood in the whole city. Yeah.
It was called Oak Cliff, Texas. But yeah, so Oak Cliff, Coach Lane, he was a Black Panther. So basically, Yafeuh is bringing out in chapter 3 that the relationship in the coaching style that he did have, Coach Lane had, he can see it in how he coached his team and what he meant to him as a coach was very, very important to him in growing up. So chapter 3 pretty much just dives into the elements of what he learned by being on the football team. He also mentioned that his other friends, I think they were on the same football team with him, but their father was a baseball coach.
Yeah.
Don't go far because I want you to do another reading.
I'm trying to find out how to do it live.
Oh, okay. Their father was
Kevin Pearson.
Yeah. What's the name? Pearson.
Kevin Pearson.
Yeah. So their father was a baseball coach, and Yafeuh was saying that he wasn't really into the baseball aspect of things too much, but he did give it a try. But he ended up on somebody else's team. But long and short of it, from in his childhood years, being involved in those sports and engagement, it really gave him that sense of. Oh, I gotta go to my Facebook profile.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let me see. But if I go on my profile, is it gonna end my live? Well, I'll do it next time.
Yeah, you can do it after this.
Because this is good talking. I don't want to.
Yeah, right. No, you can do it after this.
So let me refresh my.
And you know mine is open already.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let me refresh my Juneteenth celebration drink. Our VSOP. So basically, what Yafeuh is letting us know is that these elements of being able to be a part of a community where he can be engaged in sports and things like that, it gave him a sense of direction of what it meant to be on a team, you know, those elements of collective unity. It was like life lessons that was fun doing, but you pick up later on in life and say, oh, well, this is what that was, this is what it looked like. So that just goes to show what I learned from it. You know, a lot of us in communities, and we are community organizers. We always trying to find a way to do different things and what's the best way or how can we do that. But just starting a football team and different things like that, it really helps, right? It helps add a sense of directions for people who may not have it. So I just say this to say, you never know who life you may be impacting.
That's true.
Especially when you're dealing with the youth. You know, just getting them involved in different programs and you know, no matter what it is, you know what I'm saying? As long as it's productive and so forth, it can have a greater impact on their life as they get older that you would never even imagine. It shapes how they see the world. So basically that's what chapter 3 covers. Now, chapter 4 is much more, I think, significant in the fact that I would like to read it to you. I think it gives us a lot of emphasis on Juneteenth because there's some elements that I want us to read about that reflect his family history. And what it reflects in his family history, it reminds me of my family, of being born in Texas, being born of descendants of slaves, you know, and us getting our freedom in 1865 with the Emancipation Proclamation being presented to us here in Texas 2 years later after it was written. So the history that he presents in chapter 4, I think is, I think that he's very fortunate. I'm going to say that. Yafeuh, his family had a very rich history. And just like him, many of our families have a very rich history.
Right, yep.
But I think what sets him apart from many people, and there's other people like Yafeuh, myself included, we honor our family history.
Yeah, right. It's important to.
We
right.
tell the stories of our family history.
Right.
We remember our family history. We pass it on. It's not done enough, right?
Yeah, it's not. Yep.
So, you know, when reading Yafeuh's story, it just reminds me how significant it is. You know, a lot of times we tend to look at great leaders and philanthropists and popular names that we may find in the textbooks or history books, or they make a great influential change in social structure and in the world. They're popular. We do our book reports on them when we was in school. You know, even as today, we shed light on who they are, like during Black History Month or, you know, any other occasion, Black August.
Right.
There are martyrs. There are people who made contributions to our liberation. But it's the works of like this that Yafeuh share with us. That we learn of other great heroes.
Right.
And all of us have people like this in our family.
Yeah, right. They're just not always talked about. Yep.
And I know for me, I can't, it's some stories about my family I can't even share with y'all online. But they're amazing. It's like, wow, whoa, what? My mom, she's a great storyteller. And she tell me many, many great stories. Y'all wouldn't believe some of the stuff if I told you. But my mama swears to me that they're true.
Yeah.
And I 100% believe her that they're true. But It's our duty to retain as much family history and knowledge as we can. So Yafeuh shares with us some of those things in his chapter 4 of his book called Wake Up. Now, Wake Up, it starts off, however, with his challenges growing up in Oak Cliff, Pope Terrace posse.
Now, what kind of challenges could he have had going up there?
So, he smoked a lot of weed.
Oh, come on. This guy's just talking. This guy's just making stuff
Yeah,
up.
did you smoke weed? I know you don't do that anymore.
This guy's just making stuff up.
I know he doesn't do that anymore, right?
I don't know.
I don't know if he's still in the comments, but
No.
his word is marijuana. I don't know what's the politically correct word. I don't smoke.
That is a political word.
Marijuana is the politically correct word.
It's the correct.
That's a
They have
bad
all
point.
these different names for it.
Yeah. Sorry.
Does that make me lame that I call it marijuana or weed? Am I not hip? What's the hip
Oh,
word?
is that what he? Oh, I thought that's what he. Yeah.
Zest, Zaza.
Yeah.
What else they call it? Ganja.
Now, yeah. Reefer. They say.
Reefer.
That's the old school.
Oh, reefer.
That's the old school. Reefers.
Reefer.
Yeah,
Okay.
that Malcolm X bars, the reefer.
So, Malcolm X used to call it reefer.
Yeah.
Did Malcolm X smoke reefer?
Yep.
Oh,
He sold
Lordy.
reefer too. Yeah.
So we learned about your behaviors, Yafeuh, growing up, Pope Terrace, as a 16-year-old, hanging out with Kool-Aid. You remember Kool-Aid?
Yeah.
It's raining out. So Kool-Aid is his friend that introduced him to marijuana, but he was, they used to play in the backyard and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That was his buddy, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to read a little bit about exploring Yafeuh's mischief before he gets into the legacy of his history and family. And I want you to take over from there, Sarah, okay?
Okay, you want me to read something?
All right. So as a 16-year-old, I found myself experimenting with marijuana for the first time, alongside Kool-Aid. By that point, most of the guys in my neighborhood were associated with a group called PTP, or Pope Terrace Players. Oh, Pope Terrace Players.
No.
Oh, I said Pope Terrace Posse. See, I was in Wynwood. We was a Wynwood posse.
Oh, Lord.
So okay. So hello to all my Wynwood posse comrades, I would say. You know who you are. Although PTP color was blue, it was more of a neighborhood group. Yeah, right, a neighborhood group.
It was.
Then a specific subset of the Crips gang.
Right.
So we had Pope Terrace, we had Wynwood, we had Village Oaks, we had Bonton. So yeah, all of those are neighborhood groups. So more than a specific subset of a Crip gang. At that time, I was merely seeking acceptance and validation from my peers, as I felt a strong desire to be part of the group. Due to my fears of my father's disapproval, I attempted to limit my involvement in certain activities.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So his father didn't play.
Oh, no, he wasn't on that nigga shit.
He went on the nigga shit.
Uh-uh.
Okay. However, I often found myself engaged in minor acts of vandalism, which drew the attention of the police. Fortunately, I managed to escape arrest on multiple occasions, even when others were easily apprehended in situations where I happened to be absent. So he probably learned that skill from playing football, being able to run.
Yeah.
So football give you lots of many talents. That's one. Okay. During my involvement with PTP, we found ourselves at odds with the residents of the 214 in Woodtown neighborhood. I think the Woodtown area, was that like Pleasant Grove? Woodtown?
No, that's where I was at.
Oak Cliff.
That's where my house is.
Oak Cliff.
House. Yeah.
Oh, because all the streets were named
Oh,
Wood.
yeah.
Oh, okay, because I used to live on Deerwood. So that was wood
Yeah,
town.
yeah, that's what it is.
Oh, we got Deerwood, Clearwood,
Yeah.
Woodwood.
Woodshire.
Woodside, yeah. Okay. So I did live over there too.
Mm-hmm.
Despite the Sarah always say you lived everywhere.
Everywhere.
He didn't mention that. We used to beat them up. Oh yeah.
You heard that? Y'all saw you? He said that.
We beat up Putty PGP.
Oh shit. Excuse me, y'all. Despite the conflicts, we knew many of the individuals from these areas as we attended elementary school together. One incident that escalated tensions occurred was when we wanted to go swimming, but the only available pool was in the 214 community. On that day, 6 of us ventured to Redbird swimming pool. However, as we left the pool, we found ourselves under scrutiny by approximately 25 individuals from the 214 community. That's how they used to be in Village Oak.
Oh yeah, they did, yeah.
And what was the other, all that Bunnyview area?
Yeah.
They used to be deep.
Yeah.
Despite our familiarity with each other, the conversation took an unpleasant turn. Larry Finn, that name sounds familiar, and Eric Williams, 2 leaders within PTP,
They jumped it off.
engaged in a tense dialogue with the group from 214. Since the tensions escalated, we hastily grabbed our bikes and attempted to ride away from the situation. Unfortunately, the conversation, dang, I probably should take that call. Unfortunately, the conversation didn't end peacefully. Suddenly, 25 individuals from 214 started to chase us. Filled with fear, I pedaled as fast as I could, desperately trying to escape the pursuing group. We were fortunate to have those few crucial seconds and our bikes, which allowed us to create some distance and evade immediate capture. This incident ignited the ongoing conflict with the 214 neighborhoods, leading to subsequent confrontations such as a fight with Lil Chris and Larry Finn's altercation. Reflecting on those events, I realized the profound impact fear and the desire for belonging had on my decision making during my teenage years. Yes, I can say the same. Engaging in activities that jeopardized my safety and entangled me in conflicts was a result of seeking acceptance and validation from the group. It's evident that my involvement with PTP exposed me to risky situations, which could have severe consequences. Looking back, I recognize the importance of making responsible choices and seeking positive influence. The desire to fit in should never come at the expense of personal safety or involvement in potential harmful situations. While I navigated through these experiences with some luck and managed to escape arrest, I understand that others weren't as fortunate and their lives may have profoundly been affected by the consequences of such activities. As I matured, I come to understand the values of surrounding oneself with positive influences, pursuing personal growth, and making choices that align with one's long-term well-being. The challenges and conflicts I faced during my involvement with PTP served as lessons that shaped my perspective and motivated me to seek a more positive path in life. Ultimately, my journey through those tumultuous teenage years has reinforced the significance of personal responsibility, accountability, and the importance of making informed choices based on long-term goals rather than short-term gratification. Man, I wish I would have learned some of that stuff earlier too. During that period, My grandfather James came to live with us. So I'm going to start right there because I want Sarah to start reading about his grandfather, because it's going to take us into our commemoration of Juneteenth. I think there are some important historical moments that are going to be brought out, and I want to acknowledge them in commemoration with the history of African people in Texas. But yeah, so he started this off with talking about making those choices growing up. Not always doing the right thing. Most of the time doing the wrong thing when you with your friends because of the pressures and so forth, or being a teenager and so forth. So I'm going to let Sarah take over right here. I'm going to go make a phone call real quick, and she's going to read up until, it's like 5 pages, but I may be back to relieve her before then. All right, so right here, show her right here. During that period.
No, okay.
Make sure you read loud.
Okay.
Like the
Move it
teacher.
over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She like the teacher, huh? She leaving the class, go to get the top.
Yes,
get
don't
the top,
y'all-
get
don't
the top
y'all
student
act
to
up
read.
now.
Right, get the top student to read. The responsible student.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, right there.
During that period, my grandfather James came to live with us. Rashima had already moved out, so he occupied her old room. It was endearing to see him sleep in a chair, and my dad would cover his face while he slept, just as he did with himself. Although my father was a Muslim, my grandfather was not. He still ate pork without seeing any issue with it. As a military veteran born in 1915 in Hawkins, Texas, he was the son of a preacher named King Charles Goodson. My father took immense pride in our family's genealogy, often sharing stories about our ancestors. One day, to everyone's surprise, Pops, as we affectionately called him, sneaked some pork into our home. My father eventually discovered it, which created a rather amusing situation for me. Pops, in his old age, had become devoted to reading the Bible and enjoyed playing dominoes. We spent many days engaging in lively games, and sometimes he would let me win. At that time, he must have been in his mid-80s. Reflecting on our family history, I discovered that Pop's grandmother, Ann Goodson, was born in 1830. She hailed from Alabama, and her husband had passed away prior to the 1870 census. They were once slaves in Sulphur Springs, Texas, but eventually migrated to Hawkins to start anew. Having my grandfather in our home added a sense of warmth and connection to our family's past. Despite our religious differences and dietary choices, we found common ground in spending quality time together and cherishing the stories. Excuse me. Wow. Wow. Sorry about that. And cherishing stories passed down through the generations. Pop's presence served as a reminder of the resilience and strength that runs through our family's lineage. As I look back to those days, I realize the importance of the intergenerational bonds and the lessons we can learn from our elders. Hold on. We have a tissue in my water.
Oh, sure.
Whatever it is, got stuck in my throat. So sorry. Okay. A testament to the enduring spirit and resilience of our family, from the struggles of slavery to the pursuit of a better life. The stories of our ancestors, like Ann Goodwin's journey from Alabama to Texas, provided a historical context for our family's experience. Understanding our roots and the challenges faced by those who came before us instilled a sense of pride and appreciation for the opportunities we have today. As time passed, Pop's health declined, and he eventually passed away, leaving behind a legacy of love, faith, and shared memories. The time spent with him during those years were priceless, and as it allowed me to forge a deeper connection to my family's history and to gain a greater understanding of the strength that resides within us. To this day, I hold dear the lessons that learned from Pops and the importance of honoring our heritage while embracing the diversity within our own family. The experiences and stories he shared continue to shape my perspective and serve as a reminder of the importance of family bonds, respect for one another's beliefs, and power of intergenerational connections. After Pops decided to live independently, he moved in with my uncle, Asadi. Recognizing that it would be best for me to stay with them, I also joined them in their new home. Living with Uncle Asadi and Pops proved to be a valuable learning experience for me, as they both had unique perspectives to offer. Uncle Asadi practiced Orthodox Islam, which differed from the other sects within the religion. He had embraced this faith in the late 1960s and it influenced his family to follow suit. His journey into Islam was sparked by a conversation with someone he knew, who eventually convinced him to attend Mosque 48 to hear the message. Prior to his conversion, Uncle Asadi had been an avid reader of the Bible, and he would often share insightful quotes with me. Being in their company, I was exposed to different religious practices and beliefs. At the age of 17, I felt compelled to explore various religious meetings and gatherings to gain my own personal experiences and deepen my understanding of spirituality. Living with Uncle Asadi and Pops provided a unique environment where I had the opportunity to learn from their retrospective journeys and belief systems. Their influence encouraged me to seek my own path and embark on a personal exploration of faith. It was at a time of introspection and discovery that I navigated through a different religious gathering and absorbed the wisdom shared by individuals from diverse backgrounds. The experience gained during this period allowed me to develop a broader perspective and respect for various spiritual practices. It reinforced the notion that spirituality is deeply personal and can be found through different paths. This exposure to different religious meetings nurtured my curiosity and strengthened my appreciation for the richness and diversity of human beliefs. Ultimately, the time spent with Uncle Asadi and Pops during this phase of my life was instrumental in shaping my understanding of religion and spirituality. The teachings, coupled with my own exploration, laid the foundation for my ongoing journey of self-discovery and the pursuit of a deeper connection to the divine. During my encounters on Ledbetter and Hampton, I had the opportunity to meet James
3X
and his brother, and his brother Terrence Muhammad. They were selling papers in the area, and their presence caught my attention. James 3X, being a few years older than me, exuded a certain level of maturity shaped by his life experiences. Hailing from Cleveland, he had relocated to Dallas and appeared to have settled there. What stood out about James 3X was his impressive high kicks, a testament to his flexibility and athleticism. On the other hand, Terrence...
Hold on. Before you continue, because he's going to talk about meeting people, but did you catch the history about his grandfather?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And that's what I was saying earlier about the having those conversations. Like sometimes I talk to my mom and my grandmother on my maternal side isn't here any longer, but I get stories from my mom. She tell me about people and different things. But just sharing those stories and their history and legacy, you know, it's like really give you something to think about.
Yeah,
it really opens up your imagination. So he reflected on Anne, his grandmother.
Yeah.
You know, and her birth year, and his grandfather, his birth year, and things like that. And we're talking, what year did he say it was? It was
1830.
What was it?
1830.
1830? Was it his great or his?
No, it was great grandma. His pop's mama.
So that's what he was talking about.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're talking about before slavery had ended.
His
So he did make
grandfather
reference.
was born in 1915
Yeah,
in
this
Hawkins,
is
Texas.
this is mama he was talking about.
in
That she was talking
Hawkins.
about.
But he mentioned somebody in the 1800s.
Yeah, it was his great grandma.
But it was before slavery. He said that they were born into slavery.
Right.
But a lot of us don't get that information.
Yeah, that's true. We don't. Yeah, that's true.
So that's what I wanted to bring out. You don't have to go back to it.
Yeah.
A lot of us don't get that. So that part right there is what I wanted us to read out loud, because that is our Juneteenth history.
Right.
That Yafeuh wrote about there. In bringing it out. So he was talking about how his grandfather would play dominoes and read the Bible.
He was good too. When he say he let me win, he did. Let him win. He was good.
And I wrote a poem that I want to share with y'all too about Juneteenth. But that's one of the things that I remember playing dominoes with the elder people and so forth. But yeah, I just wanted to share that. You can go ahead and read.
Oh, you already?
Yeah, you can continue. I just wanted to reflect on Juneteenth by referencing his people.
Yeah, history, that historical backdrop,
On the other hand, Terrence Muhammad had a distinctive appearance as a light-skinned black male with blue eyes. The only person I had ever seen with blue eyes was my grandmother, Rosenair.
Oh, Rosina.
Okay. It was intriguing to observe this rare trait in someone else. Terrence possessed excellent oratory skills and had a persuasive manner of speaking. He managed to convince me to meet with them and explore the possibility of joining their organization. Antonio, the assistant minister, held a prominent position within their organization and was directly superior to James three times and Terrence Muhammad. He was a short, dark-skinned brother who often wore glasses.
Oh, he's Antonio,
His commanding presence and powerful voice captivated my attention whenever he spoke. Over time, I learned to listen closely to his words as they carried wisdom and guidance. Assistant Minister Antonio's passing in the following years marked a significant loss for their organization and the community. His strong voice and leadership had left a lasting impact on those who had the privilege of hearing him speak. The memory of his words continued to resonate with me, serving as a reminder of the importance of effective communication and the potential for transformation through compelling dialogue. Meeting James 3 times.
3X.
3X. Sorry.
Yeah. So that means, for those who don't know, in the Nation of Islam, if you have multiple people with the same name, they add the number of X's here too. So it was 3 Jameses in the mosque. He was the third one.
Okay. 3X.
Yeah.
Terrence Muhammad and Assistant Minister Antonio provided me with unique encounters and insights into their organization and its principles. Their presence and influential roles within the community left a lasting impression on me. Everyone possessed distinct qualities that contributed to the fabric of their organization. From James 3X's maturity and physical prowess to Terrence Muhammad's persuasive speaking abilities and the commanding presence of Assistant Minister Antonio. These encounters served as an introduction to the world beyond my immediate surroundings, exposing me to different perspectives, beliefs, and individuals dedicated to creating positive change within their community. It was an enriching experience that broadened my understanding and fostered an appreciation for the diversity and unity found within the human tapestry. During my time as a high school student at David Carter High School, I took on a job as a cart pusher at Sac and Save. It was a part-time position that required me to do work for 4 hours a day on the weekends, earning me a modest $50 per week. Despite my work commitments, I still attended school every day. At that point in my life, I had a strong desire to purchase a car. I would look through the newspaper ads seeking any opportunities for financial assistance. In the meantime, I relied on the DART bus to commute to school. However, my mother would visit Wood Hollow, the areas where I resided.
I used to have a boyfriend in Wood Hollow.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Where I resided.
And I think it's a cemetery over there that some of my people are buried in.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah.
really? Oh.
Over that way.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Just thinking out loud.
Yeah. Okay. My mother would visit Wood Hollow, the area where I resided, a couple of times a week to ensure I was doing well. This was my first taste of independence, and it felt like a significant step towards adulthood. It meant having no curfew and responsibility of buying my own food. During this period, Uncle Asadi played a pivotal role in my life. He introduced me to a new perspective of Islam, one that I had not been aware of before. I delved into reading Malcolm X's speeches extensively, finding them addictive as they shed light on the facts surrounding his case. I'm elated to know that those who were wrongfully convicted of his murder have been freed from those terrible charges. Uncle Kenneth, who also went by the name Hassan in Muslim circles, was another influential figure during this time.
Uncle Kenneth was in BGL.
You said what?
Uncle Kenneth was in BGL.
What?
Yes.
Oh man, we gotta talk about that off camera.
He was a devoted Muslim, and there are still people today who recognize him and his connection to our family, inspired by Uncle Asadi. Uncle Kenneth embraced Islam and became deeply committed to it. Growing up, I was accustomed to saying, "Peace be unto you," a customary phrase in our Muslim household. Many of my classmates found it peculiar when I mentioned that I didn't eat pork or participate in the Pledge of Allegiance. I faced some teasing and questions, especially when the movie Malcolm X was released. Kevin and Lonnie in particular would inquire about why I couldn't celebrate Christmas. I couldn't help but feel a twinge of jealousy during that time, knowing I couldn't indulge in the popular gaming consoles like Super Nintendo or Sega Genesis. Navigating these experiences allowed me to explore my identity and shape my understanding of different cultures and beliefs. The exposure to various perspectives enriched my worldview and instilled in me a sense of empathy and respect for diversity. It was a period of personal growth where I began to forge my own path and develop a deeper understanding of the world around me. On October 8th, 2001, we received the devastating news that Uncle Kenneth, also known as Hassan, had passed away from a heart attack. It was a sorrowful occasion for our family. I accompanied Uncle Asadi on the ride to the hospital, and later my parents arrived as well. Islamic prayers were offered over his body, led by my father and uncle. Aunt Joanne, Uncle Kenneth's sister, also arrived. Deeply saddened by the loss, Uncle Kenneth's wife, Roberta, was present too, overwhelmed with grief. Uncle Kenneth and Roberta had married shortly after his release from prison, which was a joyful event for the entire family. I remember the happiness we felt during that time. However, his sudden passing brought a wave of sadness that enveloped us all. It was a poignant reminder of the fragile nature of life. During this period, another significant event occurred: the September 11th attacks in New York. The memory of those horrific events were deeply etched in my mind. The impact of the attacks reverberated through the country and the world.
Can you start right there?
Yes.
Do y'all remember where y'all were during September 11th?
Yeah,
I
I was
was
in Coach Scotty
envisioning it
math
as I was
class.
reading.
Okay, wait, y'all can't talk at the same time.
Oh,
Okay,
sorry.
go Sarah.
I was envisioning it when I was reading that. I knew exactly where I was.
Do
and
you
exactly
know
what I was
every
doing.
one of us remember what we were doing, when, how? We have a very strong visual of September 11th. Okay, so you said, what were you doing, Sarah?
I was sitting at the table at my girlfriend's house. I had just had my son in March, and we were had gotten the kids ready to. We had gotten the kids and had taken them to school, and we were watching the news at the table. And I remember when the first airplane hit, and I was thinking, oh my gosh, that's so devastating. And I immediately thought of my father and my sister because they're both in the New York City area.
Mm-hmm.
And then as soon as the second airplane hit, I said, oh my goodness, I said, we're under attack. I said, we're at war.
Mm-hmm.
I knew that immediately. And then I also remembered at that time that my father and my sister were supposed to be meeting for breakfast at the bottom of the Twin Towers that day.
Man, that's crazy.
So I was freaking out.
That
I
is
was calling
crazy,
my
Sarah.
dad. I was calling
Oh
my
my
sister.
gosh.
I was absolutely freaking out. And I got my dad. I was able to get a hold of my dad. My dad was like, oh, we canceled those plans. Your sister's not there. I'm not there.
Wow.
And then her husband at the time was in a building that was across from there. And he's also a photographer in his spare time. And he said when he realized what was going on, he pulled out his camera and he looked down to get the camera in position and pulled the camera up. And by the time he pulled the camera up, the second building was gone.
Oh my
That's
God.
crazy. Damn.
And then as we watched, we heard that another plane was going to D.C. And my husband at the time worked at the Pentagon Mall,
No.
which is right next to the Pentagon, which was where another plane supposedly hit.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a very, very, very traumatic time for me.
That was amazing.
Oh my God, that was like anxiety.
Yeah, and
Okay.
he never answered the phone because he slept through the entire thing.
Oh,
I probably have
That's crazy.
100 calls
Missed
to him,
calls,
to
yeah.
him that day. And when he woke up, he was like, "What's going on? What's going on?" I was like, "Are you okay? Are you okay?"
Yeah,
And he was
man.
like, "I slept through the whole thing, babe. I'm so sorry." And because he knew I was, and I had just had a baby, so I was. even
Yeah,
more
right.
emotional.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah.
And what about you, Chairman?
Well, my story is not as interesting as Sarah's. I was in Coach Scotty Jackson's class. He was one of the coaches in the Carter football team, and he taught mathematics. And I was in his math class. And he was like, and the students, the students weren't taking it serious, even though he was on TV. And he was like, y'all don't understand. We ought to attack her. This is serious business. And I remember as he said it, I turned back around in my seat and said, oh, and start reading something because I was done with my work. I started looking at something else because I wasn't really, it didn't frighten me at all. I remember not being shaken by it at all. It was a totally different feeling. Like I just didn't care like that. But he was, letting us know like this is something serious. But I was like, okay, whatever.
We also went and got
That's
our
where I
children.
was.
Yeah, we also went and got our children after that.
Oh, I bet. Oh, yeah.
Everybody went and pulled their kids out of school.
Oh yeah, right. People's doing that. Yep. Uh-huh.
I
Yep.
remember I was working at the Dallas Public Library, and I was already gonna leave early for the day.
Yeah.
Because my grandmother had went to the hospital. She was rushed to the emergency room the night before. So she was at Parkland Hospital, and so I was gonna go ahead and leave early. But like right as I was preparing to leave, like making sure everything was straight at work.
Yeah.
That's when we found out. And then when we found out, they was afraid that because we were downtown Dallas, that the same thing was going to happen, like some of the attacks were going to happen downtown. So a lot of the businesses and stuff like that was able to leave early, so we had closed the library. But I had headed down to Parkland Hospital, and I spent the day with my grandmother watching it on the television. She was conscious at the time. Yeah. But my grandmother had died the next day.
Oh really? Oh man.
Yeah, from very, very poor care from Parkland.
Yeah. Oh dang.
So it's something that I would never, ever forget.
Man.
But that's where I was, and that's what I had experienced. So 9/11 is etched in my mind. But I think that if you ask anybody that question, who lived during that time, they will remember. But it's crazy because it's like we are a piece of history. Like, you know, it's something that we read about in history books. You know how you read a history book and you can't believe that people went through what they went through.
Oh yeah, because you wasn't in that time. Yeah.
But we lived in that time. You know what I'm saying? We lived in that time.
Right.
Tempra. Do you remember where you were doing 9/11?
I want to discuss a white man's war on Juneteenth.
Okay. Can you come say that to the camera?
You know what's funny? That's what I was thinking when it happened.
Come here. I want to meet you.
What? Oh.
So this is.
I will answer your question.
Hold on. This is our other special guest. Her name is Tempra.
Hello.
So I just asked her, do she remember what she was doing on September 11th? And can you give them your response?
I won't discuss a white man's war on Juneteenth.
All right, there you
Today's
have it.
about us.
There you have it.
So,
there you have it.
It was in the book. That's why she asked it. She mentioned it.
That's
I accept that answer.
But it won't get discussed today.
Yeah,
Next subject. Any questions y'all would like to ask us?
I will accept it. Where you from?
Black Power.
Where you from?
I am originally from Shreveport, Louisiana.
Okay. Clock it. So yeah, we know Louisiana got some deep roots.
Yeah, I got some deep roots.
Yeah.
Deeper than these braids right here. It goes deep.
So yeah, we're celebrating Juneteenth. So that's her answer. So hey, I take it. I take it. Yeah. All right. So you can finish it out for us, Sarah.
All right, Sarah.
Sarah's reading for us.
I gotta remember where it was. Okay.
Right here.
Okay. We got that. Okay. It was a poignant reminder of the fragile nature of life. During this period, another significant event occurred, September 11th, attacks in New York. The memory of those horrific events were deeply etched in my mind. The impact of the attack reverberated throughout the country and the world, leaving a lasting imprint on collective consciousness. Within Islamic circles, I was referred to as Malik.
Wait a minute, hold up. You mean to tell me Yafeuh, you went by the name Malik?
He did, yeah.
What? I did not know that.
Malik.
Oh my God, I did not know that.
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
During this time,
I'm gonna start calling him Malik.
Oh yeah.
it was a name that carried significance and reflected my growing connection to faith. As I embraced Islam and deepened my understanding of its teaching, my identity evolved and the name Malik became a part
I know, right?
of my journey. The juxtaposition of joy and sorrow during this period is a testament to the complexities of life. It was a time of loss and reflection. When the stark realities of mortality. Yeah. When the stark realities of mortality and the strength of family bonds were evident, the events surrounding Uncle Kenneth's passing and the aftermath of September 11th attack served as reminders of the fragility and resilience of the human spirit. In the face of loss and tragedy, our family found solace in our faith and in the support of one another. Though these experiences played a significant role in shaping my worldview and reinforcing the importance of love, compassion, and unity in the face of adversity. Uncle Kenneth's funeral was a gathering of individuals from both Islamic circles and our extended family. It was a diverse mix of people paying their respects. During the funeral service, prayers were offered in both Arabic and English, reflecting the multicultural backgrounds of those in attendance. It was a solemn and poignant moment as we came together to honor and bid farewell to a beloved family member. The memory of my grandmother Rosina's funeral in 1995 resurfaced during this time. I recalled how my cousins Kentrone, Dante, and I dressed in suits, but adorned our heads with kufis, a traditional African cap. It reminded me of the cultural experiences and exposure I had gained during a trip to the East Coast with Adele Turner.
I used to wear those kufis too.
No, do you?
I had one in every color.
I ain't no culture clothes.
The knitted ones. The knitted ones.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Muslim wear.
That's the one.
Witnessing various cultural expressions and icons that were not as prevalent in Dallas had a profound impact on me, especially in terms of Black empowerment and cultural identity. I had glimpsed what it meant to embrace and celebrate one's heritage during my 4th grade year. My mother, always seeking to instill a sense of pride and connection to our African roots, would often visit the Pan-African Connection.
Hey, shout out to Pan-African Connection. That was another thing. I didn't know his mom went to Pan-African Connection.
That's how he knew about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang, that's pretty cool.
A cultural center in bringing back books about Africa and the revolution. She made efforts to introduce Kwanzaa, a holiday celebrating African heritage and principles to our family, but it didn't fully resonate with my father didn't really resonate with my father. As the funeral progressed, I found myself standing by Uncle Kenneth's casket, being the last person to see his body before it was closed. It was a solemn and personal moment, marking the final farewell to a beloved family member. The weight of that experience stayed with me.
See, you can bring him on camera. Yafeuh on your camera. Hit that button down there. If they bring them on. Go to Yafeuh. See if you can click that. It don't have an option.
Stayed with me, reminding me
Request.
of the impermanence of life and the importance of cherishing our loved ones while we have them. Funerals have a way of bringing together people from various walks of life, highlighting the shared humanity and interconnectedness we all possess. The blend of Islamic rituals, cultural expressions, and familial bonds during these moments of loss
He's probably not viewing it right now.
and remembrance serve as a testament to the rich tapestry of our experiences and the resilience of the human spirit. The image of Uncle Kenneth's passing in the casket is etched in my memory, a solemn reminder of his passing. The repast that followed The funeral was a time of gathering and reflection, where family and friends came together to share memories and offer support to one another. It was a bittersweet occasion as we celebrated Uncle Kenny's life while grappling with the loss we felt. During this period, my life was undergoing significant transition. I was approaching high school graduation, which marked the end of one chapter and the beginning of another. The September 11th attacks had just taken place, cast a shadow of uncertainty, and shaped the global landscape. Amidst these external events, the loss of Uncle Kenny and added another layer to my evolving worldview. As I delved deeper into expanding my understanding of the world, I began exploring the works of prominent historians such as Dr. Joseph Ben Yakiman, and John
Henry
Clark. Their studies on ancient Egypt, known as Kemet, opened my eyes to a rich history that had been overlooked or misrepresented in mainstream narratives. Their writings provided me with a deeper appreciation for my own heritage and the broader context of African history. In this transformative period of my life, the Quran of Uncle Kenneth became a symbol of remembrance and spiritual guidance. Its distinct cologne scent lingered as a reminder of his presence and the wisdom he had imparted. I carried it with me for a while, finding solace and inspiration within its pages. Eventually, it found its place at my mother's house, where it is now kept, serving as a tangible connection to Uncle Kenneth's memory. These experiences, from grappling with personal loss to seeking knowledge and understanding from historical sources, shaped my perspective and set the stage for continued exploration and growth. They underscore the importance of honoring our ancestors, embracing our cultural heritage, and continuously seeking knowledge to broaden our horizon.
Can you read that last sentence one more time, but read it loud?
Okay.
The complete sentence.
Okay. It says, they underscored the importance of honoring our ancestors, embracing our cultural heritage, and continuously seeking knowledge to broaden our horizons.
Yes, hallelujah! Hallelujah! Yes. Okay. So, we read 2 chapters. I did promise 3, but we're gonna stop at 2 because we do have some more stuff to get to. But what we learned today about Yafeuh, Yafeuh's history is a history that is a part of our collective history. We all have our own individual families and different things like that, but we all reflect each other. We reflect each other in our lives. These people were significant in the makeup of who he is today.
Right.
From his uncle to his grandfather to his father to meeting James, X, and Terrence, Muhammad, to meeting Coach Lane, to meeting all of these significant people, Fahim Minka, his mother venturing to Pan-African Connection, all of these instances, these situations, these circumstances that he found himself in, even from being in the Pope Terrace. What was it? Pope Terrace, what did I call it?
Pope Terrace Players.
Pope Terrace Players. Being in the Pope Terrace Players. Every single aspect and engagement that we have, it does reflect who we are today. And some things are positive, some things are negative, but everything is a learning experience for us. We could take and use, and we could throw some stuff away. But from Yafeuh's writing, he chose to, you know, document those things that made him who he is. So we appreciate him for that. Chapter 5 actually goes into him meeting Chairman Eric Yafeuh. I was wanting to get into that today, but we didn't get into it today. We're going to get into that next week. I do want to remind you all, here is your trivia question to show them the cover of the book. Hold the cover of the book up. So, to win your copy, Chairman Eric Yafeuh has an extra copy of this book. I came up with a trivia question. Very, very easy. If you have watched this video and you have been listening to us, please tell us to win your copy of this book. The first person to either respond in Chairman Eric Yafeuh's live or in my live broadcast, who was the coach of Yafeuh's Pop Warner football team? What was his coach's name? If you can answer that question, all you got to do is review this live and you should find the answer. What is the name? Coach what? What is the name of the coach of the Pop Warner team? So, if anyone answers that question, we will give you the extra copy that we have of We Are Balogun. If no one answers that question, we're going to hold on to the copy and we will come up with another one for the next broadcast. But hopefully someone will participate and answer that question. Okay, so we have a special treat to close us out. I'm going to read a poem for you, and also our special guest Tempera is going to read a poem for you for Juneteenth. You want to go first, or you want me to go first? You want to go first? Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah. That was amazing. Happy Juneteenth, everyone. I want to share two quick, lovely poems. I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm sure that you guys will. This one is called Juneteenth. For every cage, a free spirit was born. For every chain, a free soul was unleashed. For every drop of blood, a hymn of hope was sung. For every life lost, another life fought back, no matter the cost. June 19, 1865, a slave no more, a free person for life. And yet, freedom is hard to find in a world that has gone blind to ones who got left behind. It was written by Judy R. Sebastian.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Yes. I like that.
Good.
I'll go into the second poem. It's called Tired by Fenton Johnson. It was written in 1888. Well, he was born in 1888.
Oh, okay.
And this is a popular poem all the way to 1958. It's kind of long, so bear with me. It's called Tired. I am tired of work. I am tired of building up somebody else's civilization. Let us take a rest. I will go down to the last chance saloon, drink a gallon of 2 of gin, shoot a game or 2 of dice, and sleep the rest of the night on one of Mike's Barrel's couch. You let the old shanty go rot, the white people cloths turn to dust, and the Calvary Baptist Church sink into the bottomless pit. And you will spend your days forgetting you married me, and your nights haunting the warm gin Mike serves the ladies in the rear of the Last Chance Saloon. Throw the children into the river. Civilization has given us too many. It is better to die than it to grow and find out that you are colored. Pluck the stars out of the heavens. White people clothes would, White people clothes would turn into dust, and Calvary Baptist Church sink into the bottomless pit. You will spend your days forgetting you married me, and your nights hunting a warm gin Mike serves the ladies in the rear of the last saloon. Throw the children in the river. Civilization has given us too many. It is better to die than it is to grow up and find out that you're colored. so they say. Pluck the stars out of heaven. The stars mark our destiny. The stars marked my destiny. But truth be told, I'm just tired of civilization. I like this poem because some African Americans do feel exactly like this poem. And when you read the history of African Americans, back in the day, they freed some of their children the best way they knew how, because they never wanted them to be slaves. They never wanted them to be hurt or harmed. And then there was other African Americans who were afraid. They did whatever the master said do, when they said do, and how they said do it. But then those others who found a way that made it work for them. Not saying that it's right, but I'm sure not saying that it's wrong. However, happy Juneteenth Day, and I pray y'all have a blessed one. Remember to stay black and proud.
Yes, all right.
We got one more poem coming up from my sister. She's going to lay a good one on y'all.
Yes.
So don't you leave. Stay tuned.
Yes. Thank you. You can stay right here.
Okay.
So, I wrote this about a week ago for Juneteenth. And growing up as a child, I'm just going to be honest. That's just my most fondest memories of Juneteenth. It's just the celebration of my family. It never really meant any more to me than that. All of my memories of Juneteenth is like my grandmother. And I want to give a shout out to my family. If any of my family is watching, I love y'all. You know, me and my family, we don't have the bonds that we used to have when my grandmother was alive.
I don't think any of us do.
I'm not the only one?
Yeah, I think that's definitely a topic we do need to touch and talk about next week.
Yeah, when my grandmother passed away.
That's a juicy one.
And, you know, that generation, it wasn't as strong, you know. But those are my best memories. Right. And really the only ones that I can mention to anybody that meant something to me. So I'm going to read to y'all what I wrote for my family. It says, Juneteenth means home to me. Before I knew the history, before I knew the pain, Juneteenth was laughter in the sun and dancing after the rain. Woo. Born and raised in Texas, South Dallas made me strong. Juneteenth was Jubilee Day. It was a celebration all day long. My mom would press my summer dress. She would comb my hair so neat. And she warned me like she always did, don't get dirt on your clothes or your feet. I'd wear my brightest outfit, my ribbons tied just right, and spend the day with my family from morning until night. The tables overflowed with love, barbecue piled high, potato salad, it's okay, it's gonna die in a minute. Potato salad, deviled egg, sweet tea, and homemade pie. I could eat all the junk I wanted, run and laugh and play. But one thing never changed was my mom saying to me, don't get dirt on you today. Beneath the old shade tree I sit, where elders claim their space, playing dominoes and spades with wisdom on each face. The blues would drift across the woods. The grown folks sang along, trading jokes and talking trash, turning memories into songs. The children put on talent shows, determined to impress, and soon the adults joined right in, creating a joyful mess. As daylight slowly slipped away and stars lit up the sky, I stay awake much longer than usual, too happy to ask why. Then sleep will find me gently, as evening settled warm, curled safely in my grandmother's arms, protected from all harm. That was Juneteenth for me, a family reunion grand, a day of love and fellowship across our Texas land. But as I grew, I learned the truth of what that day was born, of chains and whips and stolen lives, of families ripped and torn. Yes, I learned that freedom came too late for those in Texas bound, that even after freedom's call, some were still held down. The history, it fills me with anger, a sorrow deep and true, for all my ancestors endured to help us make it through. Yet when I think of Juneteenth now, one lesson still remains. Oppression could not break a people who survived through all their pains. For every chain they tried to forge, our ancestors forged ties. They even burdened places upon them. They taught us how to rise. For every burden placed upon them, they taught us how to rise. The laughter underneath shade trees, the music, games, and foods were more than simple celebrations. They were acts of fortitude. For family changed the hardest times, and love made burdens light, turned wounded hearts towards healing and darkness into light. So when Juneteenth comes around again, I honor those before who built joy in the midst of struggle and opened freedom's door. I celebrate the child I was, the woman I become, and all the strength that carried us from where we've come from. Juneteenth is not just history, not merely one day's cheer. It is resilience wrapped in love and freedom drawing near. It is Texas. It is family. It is memory set free. It is my ancestors' victory still living in me.
Woo! Yes. Come on, sis.
Thank you for joining us for our special We Are Balogun Juneteenth special edition. I want to thank Timpra for joining us. Lovely poetry.
Come on in.
Sarah, I want to thank Chairman Kafray. Anybody got any last final words?
Be strong. Be encouraged.
Mine is that Black people in the United States are the most influential people in the world, but they're also the most feared people in the world who have never done anything to anybody in the world. We haven't started any wars. We haven't destroyed any communities. We haven't destroyed any people. And that's how much influence that we have and how much power we have.
Amen.
And don't ever forget that.
Although they like to try to flip it and say that we have, but we know
Our
where
women
the hate,
are
where
the
it
most
came
educated, and our men are the most empathetic. Our men, they say that they're deadbeats. They take better care of their children. They spend more time with their children than any other demographic in the United States.
And they have it
whether
way
they're
10
in
times
the house, out of the house,
Come on,
married or single. Our men,
Yeah, ours.
our men are the ones that are compassionate.
Right here. You see this skin?
They take care of their babies. Don't let anybody else tell you anything different.
They take care of everything.
Yeah.
They
And
do.
women, especially when women allow them to be.
I want to
And
say
they allowed it.
shout out to our OG Bobby Johnson.
Hey, OG Bobby Johnson,
we
watching.
see you down in Houston.
Michael,
We
Carl
see you down in Houston
Jr.
holding it down.
Okay, Gravy, Malcolm,
We
Huey.
see you. I see you, Bobby
Daryl,
down in Houston
Von
holding it
Helm.
down. I
Okay.
see you out there holding it
Bobby
down.
Johnson, you goddamn right.
I see you holding it down in Houston with the what was it? The Carmelo Anthony.
No.
I've been drinking, so it might not be in Houston.
It's here.
That's
Yeah,
what,
it's here,
that's,
yeah.
that's what we should have been out here talking about on
McKinney,
Juneteenth. We should have brought that up.
So, Bobby, shout out to you. We love you. We send you Black Power, Black Power, Black Power. Thank y'all so much. Remember, the trivia question is,
Oh, yeah.
who was the coach for the Oak Cliff Redskins? Review it to win
And no
your copy. Review it to win your copy of the book. Who was the coach of the Oak Cliff Redskins for Yafeuh Balogun? Oak Cliff Redskins, Part 1 team. Happy Juneteenth. See y'all later.
Happy